Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to answer which stock is the better buy, Palantir or Cloudflare. I'm going to compare these two growth stocks on revenue, on operating margin, on cash flow, and on valuation. And then I'll answer which one is the better stock to buy. So let's get started with revenue. Palantir trailing Cloudflare in terms of revenue growth almost by half. Palantir generating 17.66% revenue growth in the most recent quarter, Cloudflare at 36.77%. Each of these two companies experiencing decelerating revenue growth as enterprises and institutions worldwide have cautioned their spending on anything that's discretionary, which each of these two companies, I guess you can categorize them as discretionary spending. Their services can at least be delayed. They're not urgent and needed in the moment. So for that reason, when enterprises and institutions feel relatively safe that there isn't going to be a recession or the recession is not going to be as steep, their revenue growth could re-accelerate. The next thing I mentioned I will compare them on is operating profit margin over the trailing 12 months. And this is interesting for Palantir because look at the recovery. It was trailing Cloudflare significantly and it's made very good progress in terms of its operating profit margin, now at negative 5.93% compared to negative 19.79%. And I will add that Palantir's operating profit margin is likely to turn positive over the next 2 or 3 quarters because Palantir is going to, or has said it's going to deliver GAAP net profitability for each of the next 4 quarters on the bottom line. So encouraging signs for profitability for Palantir. Cash flow from operations shows us another interesting statistic in that they are relatively tied. Palantir at 18.93% cash flow from operations to sales, Cloudflare 18.56%. And each Cloudflare and Palantir have shown very nice growth in this metric. And I like to see this metric because this shows me that the companies are turning sales into cash flow. Sales are turning into cash, which is what I like to see. I don't like to see sales that turn into losses on the bottom line or sales that turn into negative cash flow. I'm less excited about companies that are doing that, growing sales but making their losses worse. Cloudflare and Palantir are doing an excellent job in turning sales into cash flow. Finally, I wanted to compare them on valuation, and judging by this metric, Cloudflare is considerably more expensive, trading at a forward price to earnings of 155 compared to Palantir trading at a forward price to earnings of 63.43. So after considering all of these metrics that I've looked at here, also adding in everything I know about these two companies over the several years I've been following them, if I had to pick one of these two growth stocks to buy today, I would pick Palantir. Palantir would be my stock that I would pick to buy between Palantir and Cloudflare. Alright, but that's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.